Hi there. This is Kenya LaShawn, aka K, aka Witchy Ways. I wanted to speak today about accountability. Um, Yesterday's talk on the spirit of start, it really it pushed for a lot of questions or just activity. People are saying, I'm ready. I want to be active. What do we do? And I don't know. But what I think we can do are the small things. Everybody that's not happy with our current administration, I my challenge is to just ask you, what did you do outside of voting for the president? Do you play an active part in your community? Do you vote for the people that represent you right here at your stop sign? Do you vote for sheriff and mayor? And do you vote for the votes other than the presidency? Because those votes carry over into how we're represented in the House and how we're represented in the Senate and ultimately who becomes president. But the person that pulls the strings, the group, the body that pulls the strings in these elections is the House and the Senate. And if you play a more active part in our local votes, we may get different results in the House and the Senate. Everybody don't agree. A lot of people believe that our vote doesn't matter at all. I tend to think it does, because if it didn't, then why do they try so hard to take it from us? Every major election year, they're doing everything they can to separate our vote, to divide our vote, to spread our vote, to make it harder for us to vote. That much time and energy being put into something that doesn't matter anyway, I just think is useless. So in my opinion, our vote does matter. It's an opinion. You feel free to disagree. Accountability, though, what I want to say is, if you are among the people who sit and you have a complaint, a valid complaint about our current presidency, what I would say is be accountable. Start doing what matters in your own community. Do you go to your community meetings? Are you known in your community? Take care of your community. That's a good start, I think, more than just sitting and complaining about the current administration. Just play a bigger role. So accountability has a lot to do with how we perceive things. You're going to always see yourself as the victim if you are a person who don't accept responsibility for their actions. I am a huge accountability person. No matter what goes on in raising my children, I've raised 3 children and I'm currently raising my youngest, but I have 3 adult children. And anything that happened as they grew up, I always say, yeah, but what did you do? And they'll come home and say, no, Mas, the teacher said and she did. I said, yeah, but what did you do? Because I teach my kids, speak their mind, but I tell them to do it in a way that's respectful. Don't challenge adults. That's what I'm here for. I don't care if you feel like you were wrong. You're still a child and you are to stay in a child's place. So when things go wrong, my first question to my children, even today as adults, is, what did you do? And a lot of times they can't figure out what they did. And so we sit there and we ponder in that until we can figure out, what could you have done? And so that's just how I live. So I tell them, these are my expectations. If something happens at school, I want to be the first one to know from you. I want you to tell me what happened. If I hear it from them, then I assume you didn't want me to know, which tells me you have something to hide, which means I'm going to listen to them. So you, in your daily actions, you figure that out. You figure out how you can be the first one to get to me if you really want me to play an active role in taking care of whatever needs to be done. The reason I tell that story is because it plants the seed of how big I am on accountability. If anything that happens to you, I believe that you can go back far enough and find out where you could have done something different, like I said yesterday. So the first step to me and what we can do is just owning our stuff. Just owning our stuff, you know, saying, this is what I did, this is how I can be better, and actually doing it in every area of your life. You want to lose weight? Start eating better. You know, stop drinking. Your skin is bad and you have all these health problems. Stop drinking, stop smoking, go for a walk, you know, get some sleep, drink water. There's things that you can do on your own instead of sitting back and complaining all the time. And so today, just briefly, I just want to leave you with just the spirit of, as you start your journey, add accountability to the top of the list, so you'll go further if you can maneuver your own way. Not accepting accountability to me is equivalent to saying somebody else is in charge of my life. And with that kind of mentality, I don't know how you can progress. If you believe that you're not in control of what it is you're doing, then where's your energy to progress? You have to accept that I'm going to control what goes on with me, good, bad, or indifferent. And when I run into these walls, I'm going to maneuver and figure out how, because it's not easy for us. The race isn't easy for us, but there's plenty of us who make it. There's plenty of us who are comfortable. And then there's a lot of us who are just kind of out here playing the blame game. But if you surround yourself by people better than you or in a better situation than you, not better than you, in a better situation, they're further along the journey of where you're trying to go, I guarantee you, you won't be met by people who make a lot of excuses. You're going to be met with problem solvers. And you should really surround yourself by that group of people, because they'll open the world up to you in a different way. That's my thought. Once again, this is your girl, Kenya LaShawn, aka Witchy Ways.